Power. It's the invisible force that shapes every relationship, every conversation, every decision in your life. Whether you realize it or not, you're playing the game of power right now. The question is, are you winning or losing? Today, we're diving deep into Robert Greene's controversial masterpiece, The 48 Laws of Power, a book that has been banned in some prisons, criticized by moralists, yet secretly studied by CEOs, politicians, and leaders worldwide. This isn't just another book summary. This is your guide to understanding the hidden rules that govern human behavior. In the next 25 minutes, I'll break down the most crucial laws that can transform how you navigate relationships, career, and life itself. We'll explore real-world examples, modern applications, and practical strategies you can implement immediately. But I must warn you, this knowledge comes with responsibility. Use it wisely. The foundation of power, understanding the game. Before we jump into the laws, let's understand what power really is. Power isn't just about domination or control. It's about influence, persuasion, and the ability to shape outcomes in your favor. It's about understanding human nature at its deepest level. Robert Greene spent over 15 years studying 3,000 years of history, analyzing emperors, queens, con artists, master manipulators, brilliant strategists, and fallen leaders. He examined everyone from Cleopatra to Machiavelli, from Sun Tzu to modern-day business titans. These aren't just theories pulled from thin air, they're battle-tested strategies that have shaped civilizations, built empires, and destroyed kingdoms. The harsh reality is that power dynamics exist in every human interaction. From your morning coffee order to your biggest business deal, from your family dinner to your job interview, someone has more power and someone has less. The question isn't whether you want to participate in this game. You're already playing it. The question is whether you'll play it consciously and strategically. The most crucial laws, Part 1, Foundation Laws. Law 1, never outshine the master. This is perhaps the most dangerous trap for ambitious people. The natural instinct when you're talented and driven is to show everyone how brilliant you are. You want to impress your boss, prove your worth, and demonstrate your capabilities. But here's the brutal truth that will save your career: making your superior feel inferior is the fastest way to destroy your future. Let me tell you about a modern example. There was a young marketing executive at a Fortune 500 company who had incredible ideas. Every meeting, he would present innovative strategies that were clearly superior to his manager's approaches. He thought he was being helpful. Instead, his manager began excluding him from important projects, questioning his decisions, and eventually pushing him out of the company. Why? Because your boss is human. They have an ego, insecurities, and deep fears about their own position. When you consistently outshine them, you don't get promoted, you get eliminated. They see you as a threat, not an asset. The smart approach? Make your boss look brilliant. When you have a great idea, present it in a way that allows them to take credit or at least feel they contributed significantly. Feed their ego. Make them feel secure in their position. Then watch as they become invested in your success because your success makes them look good. This isn't about being weak or submissive. It's about being strategically intelligent. You can still be ambitious and successful while making others feel good about themselves. Law 3, conceal your intentions. Transparency might be the trendy buzzword in modern business, but it's rarely powerful. When people know exactly what you want and how you plan to get it, you lose your most valuable advantage: unpredictability. They can prepare defenses, create obstacles, steal your strategies, or simply work against you. Think about poker. The best players never reveal their hand until the very end. They might bluff, misdirect, or give false tells to throw off their opponents. Life is similar. Your goals, strategies, and true intentions are your cards. Play them close to your chest. This doesn't mean being dishonest or manipulative. It means being strategic about what information you reveal and when. For example, if you're planning to start your own business while working for someone else, you don't announce this at the company meeting. You prepare quietly, build your resources, and make your move when you're ready. Master the art of strategic ambiguity. Let people think they understand your motives while keeping your real agenda hidden. This gives you flexibility to adapt your approach and keeps potential competitors guessing. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. In our age of social media, oversharing, and constant communication, this law has become more critical than ever. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish, reveal weakness, give away valuable information, or simply diminish the impact of your words. Powerful people understand the immense weight of silence. They speak when it matters, choose their words carefully, and understand that their words carry more impact because they're not constant chatter. When they do speak, people listen. Think about the most influential people you know. They're not usually the ones talking nonstop. They're the ones who listen carefully, process information, and then make strategic contributions to conversations. Their silence creates space for others to reveal their thoughts, intentions, and weaknesses. Practice this principle in your daily life. In meetings, don't feel compelled to fill every silence. Let others talk while you gather information. On social media, post thoughtfully rather than constantly. In negotiations, make your offer and then stay quiet. Let the other person respond first. Remember, once words leave your mouth, you can't take them back. Make them count. Law 6, court attention at all costs. Attention is the currency of the modern world. Without it, you're invisible. Without visibility, you have no influence, no opportunities, and no power. But here's the counterintuitive truth that most people miss. It's better to be attacked than ignored. Controversy, when handled skillfully, can be more valuable than praise. It generates discussion, keeps you relevant, forces people to take a position about you, and creates emotional investment in your success or failure. Just look at any successful public figure, they understand this principle instinctively. But let's be clear about what this means. You don't need to be obnoxious or offensive to get attention. You can be bold, different, memorable, and valuable. The key is standing out from the crowd of mediocrity. In your career, this might mean volunteering for high-visibility projects, sharing unique perspectives in meetings, or developing a distinctive personal brand. In business, it could mean creating remarkable products, telling compelling stories, or taking public stands on important issues. The worst thing you can be in today's world is boring and forgettable. People might not always like you, but they should remember you. The most crucial laws, Part 2, Social Dynamics and Influence. Law 15, crush your enemy totally. This law sounds harsh and it makes many people uncomfortable. But it's about understanding the true nature of serious conflict and competition. When you're in a genuine power struggle, whether in business, politics, or personal relationships, half measures are not just ineffective, they're dangerous. If you leave your enemy wounded but not defeated, they'll recover and come back stronger, angrier, and more prepared. They'll remember what you did to them and they'll be motivated by revenge. This creates a permanent threat to your position and peace of mind. This doesn't mean being unnecessarily cruel or violent. It means that when conflict is inevitable and significant, you must win decisively and completely. You must remove their ability to harm you in the future. In business, this might mean acquiring a competitor rather than just beating them in the market. In legal disputes, it could mean seeking maximum damages rather than settling for less. In workplace politics, it might mean documenting everything and building an airtight case rather than hoping problems will resolve themselves. The key is recognizing when you're in a situation that requires this level of response. Most conflicts don't. But when they do, you must be prepared to act decisively. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Familiarity breeds contempt. The more available you are, the less valuable you become. This is basic human psychology backed by thousands of years of observation. We value what is scarce and take for granted what is abundant. Think about your favorite restaurant. If it was open 24/7 and always empty, would you value it as much? Probably not. But if it's only open 3 days a week and always has a waiting list, it becomes more desirable. The same principle applies to people. If you're always available, always saying yes, always accessible, you become less valuable in others' minds. They start to take you for granted. They assume you'll always be there, so they don't need to appreciate you. Create strategic scarcity around yourself. Don't always be available. Don't answer every call immediately. Don't accept every invitation. Make people appreciate your presence by occasionally experiencing your absence. This doesn't mean being rude or unreliable. It means being selective about how you spend your time and energy. When you do show up, make it count. Be fully present and valuable. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. While Law 16 talks about strategic absence, Law 18 warns against complete isolation. There's a crucial difference between being selectively available and cutting yourself off from the world. Isolation might feel safe, but it's actually extremely dangerous. When you isolate yourself, you lose access to information, opportunities, and allies. You become paranoid, out of touch, and vulnerable to attacks you can't see coming. Power comes from connections, relationships, and networks. Even if you're naturally introverted or prefer working alone, You must maintain strategic relationships. You need eyes and ears in different places. You need people who can advocate for you when you're not in the room. The most successful people build diverse networks of relationships. They maintain connections across different industries, social circles, and levels of hierarchy. They understand that their network is their net worth. The most crucial laws, Part 3, Strategic Thinking and Long-Term Planning. Law 25. Recreate yourself. You are not fixed. Your identity, reputation, and image are not permanent features. They're tools that can be shaped and reshaped according to your goals and circumstances. Don't let others define who you are or limit what you can become. This is perhaps one of the most liberating laws in the entire book. It means you're not trapped by your past, your current circumstances, or other people's expectations. You can consciously design and redesign yourself. Look at successful people who have reinvented themselves multiple times. Madonna has reinvented her image dozens of times throughout her career. Oprah transformed from a local news anchor to a media mogul to a spiritual leader. Robert Downey Jr. went from troubled actor to beloved superhero to respected producer. The key is being intentional about this process. Don't just drift from one version of yourself to another. Consciously decide who you want to become, what image you want to project, and what reputation you want to build. Then take deliberate steps to make that transformation happen. This might involve changing your appearance, developing new skills, associating with different people, or completely shifting your career focus. The important thing is that you're in control of the process. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Humans have a deep, fundamental psychological need to believe in something greater than themselves. Whether it's a religious faith, a political ideology, a sports team, or a brand, this need is universal and powerful. If you want to build a following, give people something meaningful to believe in. This doesn't mean starting an actual cult or being manipulative. It means understanding that people want to be part of something important, exclusive, and meaningful. They want to feel that their choices matter and that they're contributing to something bigger than their individual concerns. Create a compelling vision that transcends personal interests. Develop a set of values and principles that people can rally around. Make people feel special for being part of your mission. Give them a sense of identity and belonging. Look at how successful brands do this. Apple doesn't just sell computers, they sell the idea of thinking different and being part of a creative revolution. Nike doesn't just sell shoes, they sell the idea of athletic excellence and personal achievement. Tesla doesn't just sell cars, they sell the idea of sustainable future and technological innovation. The same principle applies to leadership in any context. Whether you're running a company, a team, or a movement, you need to give people something to believe in that's bigger than their paycheck or personal benefit. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Every person has a weakness, a pressure point, a deep desire, or a secret fear. Your ability to identify and understand these psychological levers is crucial to your influence and effectiveness as a leader. This isn't about blackmail or manipulation. It's about understanding what motivates people so you can communicate with them more effectively, inspire them more powerfully, and help them achieve their goals while achieving your own. Some people are motivated by recognition and praise. Others are driven by money and security. Some people fear failure above all else. Others are terrified of being ignored or forgotten. Some people want to feel important and valuable. Others just want to be left alone to do good work. When you understand what truly drives someone, you can present your ideas in ways that align with their deepest motivations. You can offer them what they really want, not what you think they should want. This requires careful observation, active listening, and genuine curiosity about other people. Pay attention to what people talk about, what they avoid talking about, what makes them excited, and what makes them uncomfortable. Notice their body language, their priorities, and their patterns of behavior. The more you understand about human psychology and individual motivations, the more effective you'll be in every aspect of your life. The most crucial laws, Part 4, Defensive Strategies and Self-Protection. Law 38, Think as you like but behave like others. This law is about choosing your battles wisely and understanding when conformity serves your interests better than rebellion. While it's important to maintain your individuality and think independently, open rebellion against social norms often backfires and wastes energy that could be better used elsewhere. The key is learning to distinguish between meaningful battles and pointless conflicts. Some conventions are worth challenging because they're harmful, outdated, or prevent progress. Others are simply social lubricants that make life easier for everyone. For example, if you're in a conservative corporate environment, you might need to dress and speak in ways that fit the culture while you build your reputation and influence. Once you've established yourself, you might have more freedom to express your individuality. This doesn't mean being fake or compromising your core values. It means being strategic about when and how you express your differences. Work within the system to change the system, rather than attacking it from the outside where you have no power. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Nothing in life is truly free. When someone offers you something for nothing, there's always a hidden cost. This cost might be your independence, your reputation, future obligations you can't foresee, or simply the debt of gratitude that puts you in a subordinate position. Free things often come with strings attached. Free advice might be worth exactly what you pay for it. Free opportunities might come with hidden obligations. Free help might create dependencies that limit your future options. This doesn't mean being paranoid or ungrateful. It means being aware of the true cost of everything and making conscious decisions about what you're willing to accept. Sometimes the hidden cost is worth it. Sometimes it's not. Value yourself and your contributions appropriately. When you undervalue yourself, others will too. Sometimes paying full price for something is actually cheaper in the long run than accepting it for free with strings attached. Set clear boundaries about what you will and won't accept. Be generous with others, but don't let people take advantage of your generosity. Maintain your independence and autonomy even when accepting help or opportunities from others. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfection creates envy, suspicion, and resentment. People don't trust those who seem to have no flaws, struggles, or challenges. They assume you're hiding something, being fake, or looking down on them. Paradoxically, showing strategic vulnerability can actually increase your power and influence. This doesn't mean advertising your weaknesses or incompetence. It means showing your humanity in calculated ways that make you more relatable and trustworthy. Share stories about your failures and how you overcame them. Admit when you don't know something. Show that you've had to work hard for your success. People connect with struggle and authenticity. They want to see that you've faced challenges similar to theirs. They want to believe that your success is achievable for them too. When you appear too perfect, you become an object of envy rather than inspiration. The most influential leaders understand this principle. They share their failures along with their successes. They show vulnerability while maintaining competence. They demonstrate that they're human while proving they're capable. The dark side and ethical considerations. Now, let's address the elephant in the room that many people struggle with when reading this book. Some of these laws can seem manipulative, cold, or even cruel. Critics argue that following these principles will turn you into a calculating, heartless person who views others as pawns in your personal game. I understand this concern, and it's worth taking seriously. These strategies can definitely be used for harmful, selfish purposes. History is full of people who used these principles to exploit others, accumulate power for its own sake, and cause tremendous suffering. But here's the uncomfortable reality we need to face. These dynamics exist whether you acknowledge them or not. Power games are being played around you right now. People in your life are already using these principles consciously or unconsciously. You can choose to remain naive and vulnerable, or you can understand the game and learn to play it ethically. The key difference is in your intentions and values. Are you using these principles to create value, help others, and build something meaningful? Or are you using them